Hi everyone, this is Kathy Mason from MasonWorks, and I'm very excited today to introduce you to my dear friend Kiara Windrider, who's an author, a psychotherapist, an energy healer. I could keep going. He just does amazing things, and his writing is quite remarkable. What I wanted to do is introduce you to Kiara and have you be as excited about him as me.
Yay. Well, I'm happy to be here and delighted to share a little bit of the work that I've been learning. We're in a very special time, and that's the key, because I think many of us are very familiar with the challenges and the special opportunities that are here for us at this time, which isn't always easy. Bodies, our hearts, our minds go through incredible stresses right now in preparation for these new times. And I've been a psychotherapist for some years, I've been a healer for many years, and it's really about finding simple tools and powerful tools that work for everybody, that anybody can use and share with others, so that we can go through this doorway together, which is here before us. We're really emerging into a completely new species of humanity. We're transforming the earth. We're, stepping into a new race of being.
Yeah.
And, whatever names people have for this is the turning of the ages. And so much of what I've been doing and researching is how science and spirituality, mystical traditions and shamanic traditions and ancient history, they're all coming together to say the same things from different perspectives about what healing, what awakening looks like. And so what my work has been about is researching this and finding tools, simple tools, that can be used, working with the circuitries of the body, working with neurobiology, working with cellular DNA, working with bridges between the limbic system and the higher mind, so we can actually bridge the physical body and the light body. So Merkabas can be fully awakened, so you can bring that divine consciousness here and now on the earth. It's within the physical body.
Well, Ted and I took his class last year. Kiara was here, and he taught a class at Journeys for Conscious Living. And we were so excited because the training was so easy to learn. We learned it in 1 or 2 days, and we've been doing it ever since. And it works for things as simple as a headache. You can get rid of a headache right away. Or if you're doing other energy work and you need to be grounded, it's a remarkable tool for being grounded. So there's all sorts of benefits to this as a self-empowerment tool.
And also in terms of medical science, there's things I cannot talk about on video, which are incredible healing things that happen. So, and this is happening more and more. It's like, our bodies know these things. Our cellular mind is aware of things that our rational mind isn't aware of.
Right.
And what this whole work is about is awakening the cellular mind, and then making a bridge between the upper worlds, the middle worlds, and the lower worlds. Or as the Huna people would say, the high self, the middle self, and the low self. In physiology, that correlates to the higher self, which is the Kundalini circuits and the nadis, and then the limbic system, which is the gateway to the subconscious, to the instinctive and the emotional centers. And once those bridges are made, then these energies can work back and forth. Many of us have been trained to meditate and do spiritual practices to leave the body, to go off into all these higher dimensions, which is wonderful. But now it's time to bring those dimensions into the body, to ground it all the way down to the earth. And then the whole earth consciousness can change. The collective vibrational frequency of the earth can change.
Exactly, and that's what I feel is part of my life purpose, is to help as many people get these wonderful tools and be able to change the world 1% at a time by being aware of their creativity and the capability that they have to bring more love in, really. I want to ask a couple questions about Elohim for everyone so they understand. Allahinor is a Turkish name, is that correct?
Turkish and Arabic. It means divine light. But light not in the sense that, we use in English, where light is the opposite of darkness or light is the opposite of heaviness. But it's really the light that pervades all things. It's the spirit that moves through all things. It's the recognition that we are that light. Jesus said, I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. That's the light that this is referring to. Or Sri Aurobindo, an Indian mystic, referred to as the supramental light. It's that unified light that comes from beyond time and space, entering into matter and creation and transforming it.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, so when you discovered this, could you tell us a little bit about how, because you called this back area back here the whale chakra, and I thought this was fascinating, and it made so much sense to me. Could you share with everyone about that?
Well, I spent many months in Hawaii swimming with dolphins, which was a beautiful experience. It's like you just disappear into this unity of consciousness. You're no longer a separate being, and you enter into this pod consciousness where you just dissolve your personal self. And so one day I was out there, and here were these whales, mother and baby whale, and I'd learned how to communicate with dolphins, so I did the same thing with the whales, and suddenly before I knew it, it's like the mother whale was directly beneath me, and she stayed that way for half an hour, and just pouring these waves of love and light and power and wisdom. It's like I can't even put a name to it. So what happened is I felt myself more and more becoming the earth, and I realized this was the consciousness of the whales hold all the time.
Wow.
They are so deeply connected with the spirit of the earth, with Gaia, as a living entity, as a conscious being, and that we are simply one unit within this great body. So this was the consciousness that I was entering into while being with the whales, and I felt this wave coming in through a specific area in the very back of the head. And that's what I now refer to as the whale chakra.
Right.
And so what part of the Allahinor work is about is making a bridge between that and the higher self through the nadis, the chakras. So you're connecting the limbic system, which is an access point through here, and the nadis and axonal lines, which link up to the higher self. And as that happens, the doorways between the worlds open.
Wonderful.
And similar to the Quero Inca work. And as those doorways open, you begin to make connections between the upper worlds, the lower worlds, and the middle worlds, the higher mind, the rational mind, and the cellular mind. And then the cellular mind can take over. And then the body can remember what it means to heal, to manifest, to create and co-create new realities, because that's within, it's programmed within us. It's just that most of us haven't learned how to activate that programming, or we have learned how to be conditioned by other programming, other levels of programming that keep us in separation and agony and fear. And so this helps to automatically bring the body into a higher resonance, where that 99%, or maybe not, maybe 95% of that unused potential within our DNA can be activated.
Wonderful.
And then you surprise yourself, the kinds of healings that begin to happen, your ability to manifest new realities, to live in a state of synchronicity of life, that things just happen because you're in the right place at the right time with the right people.
Right.
You're not forcing anything, you're just in the flow of universal beingness.
What I loved about Allahinor was the capacity to ground me. I'm psychic and intuitive, and I love all this energy stuff. In fact, I love all my toys, and but I need help getting grounded. And the Allahinor work just pulls you straight in to the earth and helps you bring that energy that you're open to, if you're open, into the earth and use it here, because we all came here to do something. We didn't come here to all be up there. We came here to be
well,
here.
Many people talk about ascension, and I rather speak about descension.
Right.
Because it's a descent of this unified field.
Well, if you're looking for some practical tools in order to make your life easier and healthier and happier, for the future and all the changes that are happening on the earth right now, I highly recommend taking a class with Kiara, reading his books, following whatever way you can to learn more about everything that Kiara offers, because I know it will enrich your life completely. It has mine, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, and check out my website. It's kiarawindrider.net.
Perfect. Thank you so much,
Well,
dear.
thank you, Kathy.
Yeah.
Mm.